Hey, Patrick McKenna here, and I am super excited that you decided to purchase this course, Harmful Foods to Watch Out For. And now, more than ever, with our food supply being so tainted, this is such an important course for you to undertake. There are many, many hidden things that is put into our food supply to make us sick, fat, and addicted. It is no joke, guys. It is amazing to me. This was my first big epiphany on my health journey. I was chatting with a holistic person. She was a nutritionist, and she said, "Look, I got a challenge for you. If you're wondering, what's good, what's bad in food, take this list that I've made, and I want you to go to the grocery store and see." There was like 15 or 20 things on the list. See on the back of these items that you're going to buy, if they contain anything on that list, do not buy it. So I'm like, yeah, okay. I looked at the stuff. I'm like, yeah, well, all right, I'll go. I went to the grocery store. Everything I was flipping over had at least two, three, sometimes four of those things on the list. I'm like, I can't buy that. I can't buy that. I can't buy this either. I was like, oh my gosh. And at first, before the list, I would kind of know what to look for, but not completely. So I studied that list, did some research, and figured out what was really bad. And it was an eye opener because 80 to 90% of the stuff in the grocery store was complete garbage. And I was like, wow, this is stuff that I'm normally buying. And I know some people get fooled by what's on the front. They'll say, oh, fat free or low calorie or protein or whatever. Totally ignore what's on the front, guys. You need to look at what's on the back. Now, with that being said, not all food is created equal. All right. So, when looking at the back on the labels and you're like, oh my God, this has got all this, all this, all this, the stuff that's featured on the left of this picture will have most of those nasty things in it. And now, some stuff that you're thinking, well, this is probably healthy for me. This is really good. You turn it over, it's got the same stuff in it. It is not any more healthier than the donut over there. So once you realize that 80 to 90% of that stuff that you're buying and eating is garbage and you're just feeling awful, you have to make the switch. Now, I'm not saying completely eliminate. You're going to feel a lot better if you completely eliminate. But if you are about 80% clean and 20% cheat or junk, then you're still going to be better off. You're going to be way better off. The majority of the population, where obesity and sickness is such a problem in this country, they are at about 10 to 20% clean and 80, 90% unclean, which is very, very disgusting, in my opinion. But again, it's set up that way. Uh, the government has control of it. I'm going to get on my soapbox again. They want you sick, fat, and addicted, and they target the kids first, and then they target the adults as well with this stuff. So don't be fooled. Make the switch for your health. So, moving on, there are hidden toxins in everyday products. Many packaged and processed foods contain chemicals and additives that most people never notice. The first hidden toxin, yeah, this is a big one: artificial sweeteners. Aspartame, sucralose, saccharin, these can alter your gut microbiome, increase cravings, and affect metabolism. Now, in moderation, I think that would be okay. But the problem is people will overconsume these. They will consume multiple products with multiple different artificial sweeteners. So which artificial sweetener should you look out for? Number 1, aspartame. It's also known as equal or NutraSweet. It's found in diet sodas, sugar-free gum, low-calorie desserts, and also those little water enhancer things. Again, flip it over and see if it has aspartame in it. The problem with aspartame is it creates cravings for sweetness and processed foods. It can trigger headaches, mood swings, dizziness, and gut issues in sensitive people. Daily consumption keeps your body dependent on fake sweetness rather than real food. Going back to the first thing, creates cravings for. Okay, this is a man-made thing. This is created to have you addicted to it and want more without satiation. Better approach, limit to occasional use, like I said, ideally under one soda a week. If you drink soda, I gave up sodas a long time ago because there are way healthier alternatives than that. But I know a lot of people are very addicted to soda and they are very addicted to energy drinks as well. So swap with sparkling water, herbal teas, or fruit infused beverages. Number two, sucralose splenda, aka where it's found: sugar free baked goods, protein shakes, flavored syrups. Problem with this: it alters the gut bacteria, and digestion issues, and a weakened immunity. It can raise your blood sugar, and some people, despite being quote unquote calorie free, heat processing creates harmful byproducts. So, this again is a chemically made product in small doses. You should, and it's not absorbed, but you still, when you realize how much of that you are consuming, it's going to create some issues. Cut way back. Better approach: use sparingly in cold foods only. Slowly reduce dependence. So you put it in heat, it creates harmful byproducts. Bad news. Number three, saccharin or sweet and low. Where it's found: diet drinks, tabletop sweeteners. At every restaurant, they got that little jar that I got the picture of, all that stuff up there. The problem: it's artificial, has a chemical taste to it, and keeps your palate addicted again to fake sweetness. This is all a ploy to keep you buying it and consuming it. It may trigger digestive, upset, or allergic reactions in some individuals. No good. Better approach: replace with natural whole food sweetness, dates, berries, and honey. And those are your natural sweeteners. Also, organic maple syrup is a very good option. These are naturally sweet. Moving on, acesulfame potassium, or ACE K. Where it's found: diet beverages, protein bars, sugar free gum. I'm telling you guys, these diet, quote unquote, diet sodas, diet beverages, oh, this has protein, this has got protein in it. Turn it over and look at it. It's going to have one or multiple of these baddies in it. ACE K is a big one. And the problem with that is it's combined with other sweeteners to hide the aftertaste. So you're putting, chemical on top of chemical. Alters your digestion and can subtly affect metabolism over time. It will completely slow your metabolism down. So, better approach: avoid the heavily processed foods and drinks. Focus on real whole ingredients. Erythritol, sugar, alcohol, a little bit better option, but it's in keto desserts, protein bars, sugar-free chocolates. They sell it separately as well, but it can cause bloating, gas, or diarrhea if overconsumed. And there are some recipes, I put a quarter cup of erythritol. I'm like, what? It's totally overconsumption. Maintains the brain's preference for intense sweetness. So it's like 1,000 times sweeter, and it's not going to be good in the long run. Better approach: limit to one sweetened snack a day. Pair with fruit or whole foods. Get your fruit. And everybody's like, well, fruit's got sugar. It's natural sugars, guys. Natural sugars. Allulose, number 6, rare sugar. Now, this is one, it's kind of a plant-based sugar, but it's in keto-friendly desserts, low-calorie baked goods, beverages. Problem: even though it doesn't spike your blood sugar, it keeps you addicted to the sweet taste, and it can cause digestive discomfort. Better approach: use occasionally. Favor natural sweetness for most treats. Like, again, these are good in moderation, but they cause gut issues and they keep you addicted to something that's artificial. So ditch these or limit these whenever possible, and you'll be on the right track. So, moving on, hidden toxins in everyday products continue. The second hidden toxin, high fructose corn syrup. This one is horrible. Rapid blood sugar spikes, energy crashes, promotes fat storage, especially around the belly, increases cravings, keeps you dependent on sweet foods, contributes to inflammation, long term heart, liver, and metabolic risks. This is like if you just combine all of the chemically processed sugars in the world and put them in one concentrated dose. That's what this stuff is. High fructose corn syrup is in just about damn near everything that's processed. Soft drinks, fruit flavored drinks, sweetened cereals, packaged snacks, baked goods, even in your condiments. Oh, they're super bad in the condiments. The ketchups, the barbecue sauces, the salad dressings, the yogurts, the protein bars, the energy drinks, all of the candy for the kids. It is everywhere. And so that's what makes it so difficult to avoid it. And this was a big one. This was on that list that I had. And I'm like, oh my God, this has high fructose corn syrup. This has high fructose. And it was horrible. I avoided so much. This is a big one. This is so prevalent in everything. If you just went to the store and tried to find something that didn't have high fructose corn syrup in it, that is even a challenge. Why is it so bad? Here's the health impacts. I already said the rapid blood sugar spikes, promotes fat storage, you increase your cravings, it contributes to inflammation. It's cheap and addictive. That's why the industries use it. It's the corn industry plus the wealthy, greedy big food corporations heavily lobby to keep it in processed foods. Sick, I know. Designed to increase profits while making people crave more. So they are profiting off your sickness, people. Often disguised under names like, oh, corn syrup or glucose fructose, fruit fructose. Natural flavor, that's another one, or sweetener. Natural flavor is not disclosed. It can be anything. Always look out for that too. It says natural flavor is more than likely high fructose corn syrup. Daily exposure is stealthy. One soda, 40 to 50 grams of this crap. One sweetened cereal, 20 grams. Multiple processed foods, 100 plus grams a day easily. Consequence of that, constant energy crashes, sugar cravings, and fat accumulation. Don't let sugar control your energy. Choose real food, real energy. You will get real energy from real food. The overconsumption of these artificial sweeteners and this high fructose corn syrup, the sugar is out of control. That's why there's so many people that are diabetic. So how do you avoid these things? Check the labels, turn the products over and read the label. Any corn derived sugar is suspect. You swap the drinks, sparkling water with fruit, herbal teas, fresh fruit, nuts, seeds, your cereals, oats with berry seeds, cinnamons, just making better choices. High fructose corn syrup is not just sugar, it's a tool of corporate control. Even small daily amounts keep you addicted to sweetness. Stop depending on these processed foods. Reclaim your energy, control your cravings and long term health. Just don't consume anything with this in it. I totally avoid this. Hidden toxins in everyday products continue. The third hidden toxin, processed meats. These are horrible. They taste yummy and delicious, but they're secretly harmful. Common examples: hot dogs, sausages, frankfurters, bacon, ham, salami, bologna, deli cold cuts, smoked or cured meats like jerky, pastrami, pepperoni, meat sticks, canned meats. Now, I'm not saying that they're all bad, but majority of them are, because you can get healthier versions of jerky and things like that. But these, why they're processed, they're preserved with salt. The big killer, nitrates and nitrites. Those are chemical additives. And then to top it all off, they're often combined with sugar, flavor enhancers, and fillers like, oh, high fructose corn syrup and they put chemicals on top of chemicals, guys. And I used to eat deli meats and things like bacon and all that. Not anymore. Not when every time I would turn it over, I'd see nitrates and nitrites. Those are the things that you need to look for on the back of a package. So, in processed meats, what are the key harmful components? Nitrates and nitrites. Those are chemicals used to preserve the color and the flavor. They can convert to nitrosamines, which are linked to cancer, colon cancer, stomach cancer. So, deli meat and all that processed stuff can lead to cancer. It has been proven to cause it. Excessive sodium. That's another thing that is in these processed meats. What's that do? Well, it raises your blood pressure, contributes to heart disease. So not only are you possibly going to get cancer, you're also going to raise your blood pressure and contribute to a heart disease. You go to your doctor, the doctor goes, okay, I'm not going to look at what's causing this, I'm just going to put you on a drug. And then those drugs lead to even further complications. You see how this works? Added sugar and fillers maintains moisture and flavor, spikes your blood sugar, keeps your cravings high. Artificial flavors and preservatives, they're disrupting your gut health, and it's linked to inflammation. You see how it all compiles. Nitrates, sodium, sugars, preservatives, all together, it's a gut bomb. Short term, you're going to get energy crashes due to the sugary salt spikes, digestive discomfort, and increased cravings for salty, fatty, or sweet foods. Again, the addiction. Long term's even worse. Cancer risk, cardiovascular risk, obesity, metabolic syndrome, chronic inflammation, and not to mention diabetes. Avoid this stuff. Choose real protein, skip the chemical cocktail. Meat processing companies lobby again to downplay the risks. Additives like nitrates are marketed as safe by big food industry. All a lie. Goal: maximize the shelf life, taste, and profit, not health. That's what we're dealing with here. 2 slices of processed bacon, 2 to 400 milligrams of sodium and nitrates. Hot dog, 150 to 300 milligrams sodium and nitrites. Lunch meat sandwich, 6 to 800 milligrams of sodium and nitrates. Multiple processed meat meals per week, cumulative damage. Automatic. Swap your processed meats for fresh meats: chicken, turkey, beef, pork, unprocessed. Fish and seafood, wild caught, not farm raised. Farm raised fish and seafood are fed crap. Plant based protein: beans, lentils, tempeh. Prepare your own bacon alternatives: turkey bacon, roasted vegetables for flavor. Again, there are bacon alternatives. There are also pepperoni alternatives. You just have to find the ones that contain no nitrites or nitrates. Processed meats are not just food, they're a mix of chemicals designed for taste and shelf life. Even occasional consumption feeds cravings, inflammation, and long-term disease risk. Focus on whole, fresh proteins to support energy, gut health, and metabolic balance. Hidden toxins in everyday products continue. The 4th hidden toxin. This is a big one. This was the one that I first discovered, and it got me going down a rabbit hole, because that list I was handed had about 10 of these seed oils. These are refined, highly processed vegetable oils that have been marketed as healthy for us. All major seed oils, not just the common ones, they go by many names to deceive you. Soybean oil, corn oil, canola, rapeseed, sunflower, safflower, grapeseed, cottonseed, rice bran, peanut oil, sesame oil, industrial, not cold press. Are you kidding me? They will put all of these, like, you will find either one or a combination of these in a lot of products. Why are they refined? They're solvent extraction with chemicals. The whole process is a chemical soup. They're bleached and deodorized at high heat, stripped of nutrients and converted into highly oxidized fats, which create a whole host of problems. So, why are they bad? They're high in omega 6 fatty acids. Seed oils equal extremely high in omega 6 polyunsaturated fatty acids. That disrupts the omega 6 omega 3 ratio that triggers chronic inflammation. Oxidized fats. High heat processing creates trans fats and lipid peroxides, both bad for your body. Oxidized oils damage cells, arteries, and mitochondria. They are hidden in processed foods, margarine, chips, crackers, salad dressings, baked goods. Even healthy, low fat foods often contain these oils. Chronic inflammation, joint pain, skin issues, cardiovascular disease, fatty liver. I mean, this list goes on and on about how bad these things are. The food industry promotes refined seed oils as heart healthy because they lower cholesterol in short-term tests. Well, here's a little news flash for you too. Your cholesterol is not the issue. Back years and years and years ago, a 300 cholesterol was considered healthy. Now they want to keep your, oh my goodness, you've got a cholesterol of, 200. We got to put you on another drug, a statin. Again, it's all a game, guys. They're in it to profit off your sickness. These seed oils are extremely cheap, shelf stable, and addictive, therefore maximizing profit. Vegetable oil, quote unquote, label hides the true source and processing. Complete garbage. But the average American consumes 60 to 80 grams of this crap a day, which is about a quarter of a cup of seed oils via processed foods. It's hidden in restaurant fried foods. That's another big red flag. When you go out to eat, boy, try not. Ask them. Ask them, do they use seed oils? Some of them are trying to convert to beef tallow, which is a lot healthier, but there aren't many. Hey, if you can, ask them to cook your stuff in butter. I mean, this is a lot better than these damn seed oils. They're in packaged snacks, salad dressings, baked goods. Like I said, flip it over, look, and see if you can see any of those seed oils in these foods. I guarantee you're going to find 90% of the stuff you look at's got them. Even health foods like granola bars, protein bars, and vegan spread. Oh, they love sneaking them in those protein bars and those protein chips and stuff like that. They contain those oils. Avoid these at all costs. Stop feeding your body hidden inflammation. Choose real fats. Swap refined seed oils for extra virgin olive oil, cold press. Another tip on extra virgin olive oil, single sourced. Make sure that they're not cut with any seed oils, dark glass bottle. Coconut oil, unrefined, extra virgin, cold pressed. Avocado oil, same thing, cold pressed, single source, dark glass bottle. Butter and ghee, grass fed if possible. If not, you're still better off consuming butter and ghee as opposed to seed oils. Whole food sources of omega 3s, fatty fish, chia, flax, walnuts. This is where you're going to get your real fats. Refined seed oils are highly inflammatory, oxidized, and hidden in almost every processed food. I cannot stress that enough. Even small daily exposure adds up to chronic inflammation and metabolic stress. Replace with whole food fats and cold pressed oils for energy, gut health, and long term vitality. Another thing that I would add to this list that is really a healthy fat is beef tallow. It is awesome, grass fed if at all possible. Hidden toxins in everyday products continue. The fifth hidden toxin, artificial colors and dyes. I know that there was a push recently by RFK to get these out of foods by, the year 15, 20 years in the future, which is a complete joke. You need to take it out immediately. They didn't need to belong in there to begin with. And of course, this is just the tip of the iceberg. This stuff is banned in other European countries, which is even more ridiculous. Like, if there was one thing to be removed that's just such a no-brainer, this one's it. But still be on the lookout for them because they're still in everything. So Red 40, yellow 5, yellow 6, blue 1, blue 2, green 3, and they call them different things, sunset yellow and brilliant blue and all these happy fun names that they put on everything that are just complete garbage. But they're in the candies big time. Candies, drinks, the Gatorades, sodas, chips, the Lays, baked goods, processed snacks, frostings. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Popsicles, again, mostly the stuff for the kids. So if you got kids, this is this is a big one. Hyperactivity and behavioral issues. These are linked to ADHD and attention problems in children. They've created ADHD by creating this. And they want and parents wonder, oh, I don't know, my kid's hyper and I don't know, he can't focus and he can't pay, but then he's sitting there consuming a soda and a Fanta and a Gatorade, and he has a cupcake, and then he has a popsicle, and then he has a bag of chips, and it's everywhere. It's at birthday parties, it's at school. Then you wonder why your kid has a problem, and then you go to the doctor, and oh, he's got ADHD. I got to get him on some Ritalin. You see how it works, people? I really want you to understand how this system works. It's a sick, twisted, profit riddled system for these elite companies. These cause allergic reactions, skin rashes, hives, asthma. You want to write kids all asthma on these inhalers because of all this. Gut disruption, synthetic chemicals alter gut microbiome, potential carcinogenicity. I mean, this causing cancer. Some older dyes and combinations linked to tumors in animals. It's ridiculous. Addictive fun factor. Bright colors make foods more appealing and encourages sugar and processed food cravings. They know how to market this stuff, guys. They're not stupid. They pay a lot of people to get your kids sick, fat, and addicted. Artificial colors and dyes. Why do we need these? Food companies use them to manipulate the perception of taste and freshness. Bright colors more likely to sell. They increase cravings and consumption. They're combined, again, chemicals on top of chemicals, with artificial sweeteners and flavors to maximize addiction. Children consuming multiple processed snacks daily have a cumulative exposure, and it's going to lead to your kid having some kind of behavioral issue or asthma or gut problem or all. Adults are exposed as well through sodas, protein bars, and packaged foods. Even small daily amounts can affect behavior, gut health, and inflammation over time. Avoid these brightly colored processed foods. Choose naturally colored alternatives. Nature's colors: beet powder, strawberries, raspberry, turmeric, carrot, pumpkin, spinach, spirulina, matcha, blueberries, blackberries, purple cabbage. Nature's rainbow, people. Make homemade treats with real food colors for kids and adults. Do your research. Don't let fake colors dictate your appetite. Eat real, colorful foods for real health. Artificial colors serve corporate profit, not your health. They promote hyperactivity, cravings, gut issues, and long term inflammation. Replace with whole foods and natural colorants to regain control over cravings and energy. I want to thank you for listening to this course presentation of harmful foods to look out for. Those are the 5 that you really do need to look out for. Further on in this course, I have 4 more PDFs that will be very useful on your journey to make the switch. Again, I am not saying to eliminate all these things, but you're going to do your body so much better by getting rid of majority of them. I was probably 50% clean and 50% unclean. I made this switch, and now I'm about 90% clean and 10% unclean. I feel tons better, have way more energy. I'm in the best shape that I've ever been at 50 years old, and I am doing it for my wife's health, doing it for my kids' health. I'm doing it for my parents' health. Do it for your family. Do it for yourself. Take back control of your health. We are an obese, addicted, unhealthy country, one of the most unhealthiest countries in the world. I implore you to implement what I have taught you in here and throughout this course to regain your health and live a much higher quality life. Again, thank you and make the change today.